All right, what's going on, guys? This is the 5 Minutes Late podcast. I'm James. This is Eric, and welcome to the second episode. Today we have a lot of topics for you guys. We got a lot to talk about, and with that being said, we're just going to jump right into it.
Yeah. Well, first off, how was your week?
My week was something else, believe it or not. Yesterday at work, Mondays are just Mondays. We're recording this on a Tuesday, and Mondays are like one of the worst days of the week. Yesterday was like unnecessarily difficult at work, so. For those of you unaware, I'm a cook. I'm not like a crazy cook doing filet mignons and shit like that. I'm kind of like SpongeBob, like I'm a fry cook or whatever. Yeah, like I make burgers and shit, whatever. And yesterday was unnecessarily difficult because not only was I late because, 5 minutes late, I was late to work. And as I was getting set up to like work on the grill or whatever, right? I fucked up tremendously. So like we have an hour's worth of time to get everything set up. Like I come in at 10:30, we open up at 11:30. And I got a lot of stuff that I got to get ready, make sure I'm good for the day. And my manager came to me, asked me if I could change out the fryers. I'm like, all right, cool. I already turned on the pizza oven. I turned on the grill. I turned the fryers. That was 3 minutes ago. Okay, I think I can clean it out. So I open up the fryers, right? I connect the tube, right, to empty out the grease in a pot. And the grease is falling out. Everything's good. After that, we rinsed it out with water. And when I did that, I noticed the grease was hot because when the water rinsed out and it hit the grease, the pot wasn't even halfway filled. But when the water hit it, it started boiling over. And that shit spilled all over the floor. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not the type of person to panic. I'm like, cool, I got this. We're going to handle this. So I start to try and clean it up. I get a mop bucket. I'm mopping it up. And the floor looks terrible. Like the grease isn't exactly still there, but it looks terrible. So then I try to empty out the second fryer. The same thing happened twice. And as I'm trying to clean it up, my managers came out and they're just like, what the fuck did you just do? And I'm like, I'm trying to clean it up. My dumbass didn't know that you're not supposed to really clean up grease with like water or whatever, right?
Yeah,
so
you're supposed to use soap, right?
Actually we use salt. Like,
salt?
Yeah, we dumped salt all over the floor and then covered it with cardboard. And that actually worked really well, as I'll get into in a second. Because inspirational quote for this podcast, never be afraid to ask for help. Yesterday, part of the reason why I had a bad day is because I didn't ask for help and I waited until it was too late to get help and I already fucked shit up. So
That's
don't
a
ask for help.
fortune cookie for today.
Yeah. Go out and ask for help if you need it. So we have 3 minutes before we open up. I'm not ready for anything. And there's grease like all over the floor. So I just had a bad start to my day. We had to dump salt all over the floor, covered with cardboard. After that, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like out of it. I'm excited for today's recording, like for the podcast, whatever. I like really like doing this. But I was just out of it. I was cooking food like shit. My manager was like, you know what? Take a second, just take orders. And she was cooking for me or whatever, right? And I was just out of the loop.
Fair.
Yeah, so that's how my day started. It got worse afterwards. Actually, because like we got incredibly busy. Like we're short staffed and it got stupid busy for like no reason. And people were bitching at me for like the dumbest things. Like I'm on the grill, right?
Right.
I'm making grilled foods, burgers, hot dogs, stuff like that. And somebody was bitching at me to make them a BLT sandwich. And I'm trying to explain to them, ma'am, I don't make BLT sandwiches. That's over at the deli. And she's convinced that she walked over to me, she did not, to go make her BLT. I just don't understand people, but that's how my week has been going, just working and doing stuff for the podcast as well as my YouTube channel. Be sure to go check out my YouTube channel at Come Back the Kid.
Yeah, we will have something at the end for that. I don't know if did you watch the actual video?
Of what?
Of last episode.
I didn't finish it actually.
Okay.
Like I listened to the entire thing on Spotify, but I didn't finish watching the video version.
So our end card title, it's going to have, for now at least, it's going to have your like latest video, and it's going to have our latest video.
Oh, nice.
So
I appreciate that.
it figured it works out in the end.
Yeah. But how was your week been, man?
My week's been going pretty good. We got foam this week. That was like the biggest thing that we found it on Amazon, and I was like, yo, $50 on Amazon, and we were both like, yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, facts,
So, but other than that, I've been having a pretty good week. Like I got Halloween decorations for. I'm throwing a Halloween party. For those that don't know, I mean, a lot of our friends that we both have, like, they know. A lot of my friends also know.
Yeah. So.
But other than that, I also got financial aid. Believe it or not.
Oh, nice, for school.
We were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a good amount of money for financial aid, and that like really like got me, and I was like, oh shit, like that's really cool. Like I sent it to my mom. I was like, is this like legit? And she was like, I don't know, call up your counselor. And then I clicked on it, and it goes right to my school, and I was like, this is legit.
Yeah.
Like I literally got some money from like it was from the government.
Yeah.
So
And you don't have to pay it back, right? Like it's not a loan.
no.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a grant and all. So yeah, I've been having a pretty good week.
Yeah, that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear it, man.
Yeah. And then I start school tomorrow. I start like going to actual school tomorrow.
Oh,
like,
nice.
The first time since April of 2019. That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like this. Success is not a race, it's a marathon. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
You only lose the second you give up. So as long as you're still going, don't give up, man.
Yeah. And I mean, we're trying to do this. We're trying to do other stuff,
Yeah.
you and I. Like the biggest thing with this is I want to get my portfolio up.
Yeah.
Doing video editing for this has been like pretty fun.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it this way. This is a passion and, you know, a job at the same time.
Not facts.
Yeah. But I mean, what are we in? We're in the first couple minutes of the video. Okay. Do you want to start off with what news you brought to me? The trailer that you said.
Oh yeah, the Big Mouth trailer. We got Big Mouth season 5 coming out, and
now, I'm not a Big Mouth guy.
okay, I understand. Have you ever watched any of Big Mouth?
I've watched like clips that everyone like the pillow that got pregnant.
Oh,
stuff
yeah.
like that.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Big Mouth is a very interesting show. Part of the reason why I'll say I have an appreciation for it. I do enjoy the show. I will say that. But like part of the reason why I like it is just because the show's fucking gross. You know what I mean? And it does it in a very wonderful way. You know, like growing up, there are some really, really bad parts about growing up that it's not afraid to acknowledge, and it shows very well in the show. It's like I can relate to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, for example, I remember one episode that was like so relatable to me. It was like, there was this book that all the girls in school were reading, like middle school and high school girls were reading, and the guys couldn't figure out why, right? And the main character, Nick, right, his older sister explained it to him. He was like, girls read it because like they get horny from it, right? And he didn't understand, like he couldn't fathom the idea of women getting horny too. And that's just something that people don't know growing up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That the opposite gender is like also attracted to, you know, people are attracted to one another,
Like
you know what I mean?
We have to figure out a way to like be able to show that and also be able to like not so much accept but like understand more than anything like that everyone's got the same like urges.
Nah, facts, you know what I mean?
Like you're not alone in like how you're feeling. Like it comes to, you know, people's sexualities and all. Like there's everyone that is attracted to everything. There's no weirdness at all.
Nah,
it shouldn't
facts,
be
you know what I
weird. It never should be weird. Everything is normal. Like not everyone is going to be, you know.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like it's not one person's own thing.
Nah, facts, you know, and like those feelings aren't exclusive to like one individual or one group of people. You know what I mean? And like that's part of the reason why I like the show. Is like, yo, that was super relatable. Is because like growing up, there's like a lot of things that you just don't know,
Right.
and like you feel stupid like learning about it, but looking back on it, it's like kind of funny.
Okay.
And that's part of the reason why I like the show.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
So, what did you think of the trailer? I watched the trailer. I'm not gonna lie, I did watch the trailer because I was like, maybe this time I'll get into it. I like Nick Kroll. I like John Mulaney.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, John Mulaney's fucking hilarious.
He is one of the greatest. It's like him, Chappelle, Gabriel Iglesias, and Kevin Hart for me.
Okay.
Honestly, not in any like particular order. Those are my 4 top. Like, you know, I almost said my 4 top 5. I can't think of a 5th comedian. Oh, Hannibal Buress.
Okay.
Hannibal Buress is up there. He's really funny, man.
Yeah,
But,
stand-up comedy. I fucking love stand-up comedy, but that's for another podcast, another episode.
Yeah, that's not a
whatever.
bad podcast idea.
Yeah,
though.
not at all. I'd love to talk about that.
Yeah, but I thought it was funny. I thought
Yeah,
the trailer
I
was funny.
did. I did too. You know, I'm pretty excited for it. I'm definitely gonna watch it when it comes out.
When is that? Like first week of November or
I
something
think.
like
Yeah,
that?
I think so. I don't exactly remember because I've seen the trailer once, but
Okay, fair.
like yeah, I'm gonna wait until the entire season's done because I'm just gonna binge it. Yeah, I'm
oh
that.
wait, does that come out weekly?
No, they're just gonna drop the entire season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to move on?
Yeah.
Move on to our next thing. The Pop Smoke the suspect, one of the suspects that got caught about Pop Smoke and all.
Yeah.
He's on trial right now.
Mm-hmm.
And the basic thing right now is one of his arguments was that he told one of the shooters not to shoot. But that's still an accomplice to murder, man. Like, there's no like going past that. Like,
no, facts.
And you're also in a big name trial right now. Like, Pop Smoke is one of the biggest artists from 2020.
Yeah, facts.
So
yeah, that's like really weird. It's like, I mean, I guess you did do a good deed by like trying to get him to stop if that actually is true. But at the same time, it's like, what about all the events that led up to that happening?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? As well as like, it's also really sad to see that a lot of rappers, like before they really get like kick-started, like Pop Smoke could have been like one of the greats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he got killed off before that was like really an opportunity for him.
He could have been the next 50 Cent.
Yeah, facts.
To be honest with you, like him and 50, like there's a reason why 50 Cent, like as soon as Pop Smoke died, he was like, let's finish out what is it? I'm like blanking on it.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. I have the album in my other room, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's the name of the album? And I digress. I digress. Detest. I don't detest.
We're not good with words. Rate this podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Remember to hit the like button and subscribe on the video version on YouTube.
Oh, that I forgot to talk about that actually.
What's up?
So we did pretty well on our first YouTube.
Oh, video. Nice. Yo, everybody that watched the YouTube version, listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Me and Eric want to give a big thanks to everybody that supports us, that keeps us going. We appreciate that, and we love to see the love.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to everybody that checked this out.
Yeah, and we know that it's a lot of friends and family, but that's how this kind of stuff starts.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean?
You need friends or you need family to start you off.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'll be honest, for anybody that, like, knows me and actually clicked on the podcast, I know I've been getting on everyone's nerves wherever I am, just trying to put myself out there. But, like, you got to understand, it's like, in that position, it's like, there's no way else for us to go. You know what I mean? That's the only way we can actually get started. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So I also, if you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat or anything, you know that I've been spamming all of my stories right now.
Yeah.
Go listen to my podcast.
Yeah.
And it shows we got 78.
Yeah, so far.
Currently it's 78. Let's see if it changes, like if it's
yo, somebody go watch this. Somebody go watch episode 1 right now so it changes.
Nah, still 78.
Yeah.
And 18 subscribers? That's not... I mean... Like,
that's not bad at all.
They're rookie numbers compared to, like, some of these, like, big name, like, channels and all, but this is pretty good so far.
Yeah, facts. Like, I've been doing my YouTube channel for a year, and my numbers aren't like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It really shows, like, how we both, like, work off each other. And that's just the first episode.
I know. So, we're only going up from here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
So... The next thing that I wanted to talk about is the IATSE, which are the people that kind of like work the lights. They work like audio, like they got like the boom mics and all, like on like Hollywood productions, stuff like that. They were about to go on strike, and then finally, like at like one of the last hours that they had, they were like, "We're going to not like the contract like that they wanted was approved and all that." So, I don't know. Are you familiar with like strikes and all that?
Not too much actually. No.
So
you care to get into it?
Essentially, like they wanted more, like hours to sleep. Like being like when you work like a 12-hour shift. Yeah. Like in a big budget movie that's making millions or even billions sometimes. Yeah. Of like cash. Like, and you're making, like little to nothing on it? That's messed up, man.
Yeah, that's really fucked up, you know? And honestly, as somebody that's, like, working full-time right now, I understand their pain. Like, working, like, a lot of hours, day after day, back to back, it takes a lot out of you because it's, like, it takes a lot of you out of you as an individual because you have less time for yourself. You know, it's like, yeah, there are still 12 hours in a day that you aren't working if you work a 12-hour shift, but I mean, you still have to sleep, you still have to eat, you still have to take care of yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You still have to travel to and from work. Sometimes
that commute counts.
These people are not like 5 minutes away from their job. They're sometimes hour two, like,
you know, and that's every day. You know what I mean?
Every day for like a couple months, man. Like, and more power to these guys though. Like,
facts.
The ones that like are in this like all the time, but because of this contract working out, a lot of movies and television, they're going to still like work out. Like they're still going to go into production, right time, all that.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that. I mean, if they got the deal that they wanted and it's a reasonable deal, I'm like, no, it's fair. I love that.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
All right, and then we're going to get into our big news topic real quick. We also forgot to make you watch the trailers real quick.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
Do you want to watch them real quick?
I mean, I can while we're on the podcast.
I'm going to cut this out.
Honestly, you don't even have to.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Because I don't trust
copyrights.
Yeah. So we're gonna I'm just gonna cut it from here. All right. So that was like nothing for you guys. It was like
a blink of an eye.
It was blink of an eye or a fade of the eye.
Yeah, whatever Eric decides.
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Anyway, all right.
But I just watched those 3 trailers and
Well, what do you think? What do you think we should start off with? Should we start off with Batman?
Yeah, definitely Batman because that's the first one I watch. All right. I want your thoughts. What are your thoughts so far?
All right. My initial reaction with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Being Batman, I was like, I haven't seen him in anything but like clips of Twilight at some point in my life. Going off of that,
did you ever watch the Twilight movies?
I never watched them.
Okay, we'll get into that in a second. Let's continue with Batman.
Okay, so, did you ever watch The Lighthouse though?
No.
The Lighthouse is a really good movie with him and Willem Dafoe.
Okay. Green Goblin in the original Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't know actors and all. Then I remember you're a very smart man.
Yeah.
I got it.
Also, I'm very into film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So he's very good in that. Both of them are. I mean, it's a character piece basically for like the both of them. It's just them two almost the entire time, bar like a couple scenes maybe.
Yeah.
Anyway, after seeing what he looked like in the suit, because that's what happened. It went, he got cast and then things got leaked and all or something like that, and you saw like what he looked like in the suit, and I was like, okay, I'm kind of on board now. And then I watched The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
And again, that was a really good movie. And then the first trailer released. And I was like, okay, I'm hooked.
You're hooked? Okay.
And then after that trailer, I'm like, okay, I'm very much for this movie. And another good thing about it is it's directed by Matt Reeves. And I think it's also, I could be wrong, I think he wrote the script for it too. He's the guy that did the Planet of the Apes movies. Okay. The new ones, like the ones with Andy Serkis as Caesar. Yeah. And it's funny because Andy Serkis is playing Alfred in the movies.
That's funny.
Hold up, I'm looking it up. And I like the name because do you remember the Batman cartoon from like when we were kids? Yeah. It was the Batman.
Yeah, that. Yeah. I used to watch that actually.
I used to love that. Like with Joker that had like dreadlocks and he had like he was barefooted most of the time. I loved that.
Yeah. I was always a Teen Titans fan. Teen Titans the original one, not Teen Titans Go.
It's weird because both of those are like very like anime kind of inspired. But yeah, it's directed and written by Matt Reeves, and it's also written by Peter Craig, who I'm trying to see what else he did. Not really much. He wrote the last 2 Hunger Games movies.
Mockingjay and Mockingjay Part 2. That's funny because I was actually thinking about that. I watched the Hunger Games, like the first 2, like the first one, Catching Fire. I did not watch I think I got like not even halfway into Mockingjay, and I refused to watch Mockingjay Part 2.
I watched one of them in the theaters.
Which one?
I don't remember.
What? What?
I really don't remember. I don't remember. It was years ago. I don't know.
I mean, I get that, but like
2015.
what happened in the movie?
think it was the last one. I think it was Mockingjay Part 2.
Okay, fair.
I could be wrong though.
To my understandings, like I'll be honest, I don't have too much of an interest about the lore into the Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. My interest only lied in like the actual Hunger Games, like Katniss actually being in the Hunger Games. So once they got out of that and they got into more of the political side, what's going on in the world and whatever, I didn't really care.
I'm not gonna stop you here.
What's up?
Because I think we could talk more about Hunger Games for our main segment. I didn't point out what I wrote on this one this week.
What about for the audio listeners? Because we actually have a lot of people.
Audio listeners, it's basically a very crudely drawn squid holding a controller for Squid Game. Mm-hmm. I also put plus a little pumpkin because we were going to talk about Halloween.
Yeah.
We changed our minds with that because I started watching it and I was like, I don't really like this movie.
I just didn't watch it at all.
I really like Squid Games though.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
Yeah. Batman.
The Batman.
Batman. Let's get back to
the
Batman.
2022. It's coming out March 4th. Hold on. March 4th. I was right.
March 4th. Okay.
Oh, there we go. There goes a new topic. We were looking for topics for like future stuff.
Whatever, yeah.
That'll probably be a future topic because that seems like a really good movie.
It seems like it's going to be very good too. Actually, I'll be honest. I have mixed opinions about it. 100%.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like that trailer. Like the first words I hear Batman say, I don't even know what the fuck he said.
I don't know what he said either.
No, exactly. You know what I mean? And it was kind of cringy. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I mean?
I don't know what he said. I really wish that it was something else. Mm-hmm. I really wish they did a different like scene for like our first like introduction. No, I'm sorry. No, he said. Did you watch the first trailer?
The first trailer? No, that was the only one I've seen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he does talk in the first one. Completely forgot about that, to be honest.
Yeah, so the trailer I seen, he didn't talk too much in it, and it sounded weird when he was talking. Catwoman looked like she was a baddie in that movie.
Do you know who plays that? Who plays that? Do you know who plays her?
What's her name? Doesn't start with a P. Paula.
Zoe.
No, Zoe.
Kravitz. Yeah, you know who Lenny Kravitz is?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's also the stepdaughter of Aquaman.
Oh.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. Jason Momoa is her stepdad.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're both in DC now.
Okay.
Zoe Kravitz is an extremely attractive woman.
Yeah.
She is a queen, yeah.
Yeah, facts. I mean, if you ever want to come on a podcast, you know, open invitation.
There's a third seat right there.
Right there. Anyway, it did show some clips of Batman kind of being like badass or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But one thing I wish superhero movies would do more often is like instead of just like awesome fight scenes or whatever, have superheroes be superheroes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Casually helping people out. You know what I mean? And saving people, whatever.
I'm sure we're gonna have that.
Yeah, eventually. I'd love to see that.
We're seeing. So the first trailer, it shows like it starts off with like him kind of being a detective. He's on a crime scene, like with the cops.
Yeah.
And all this is so. Essentially, this is supposed to be Batman's second year as being Batman.
Okay.
And he's still learning the ropes.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really have supervillains yet.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna see. You remember Agent Simmons from the Transformers movies?
Yeah.
He's gonna be in it as one of the old Batman crime bosses, Carmine Falcone.
Okay.
So, yeah, he's gonna be in it. But that's usually how it is. Like the newer like Batman stuff and all. It's usually he goes after Carmine Falcone.
Yeah.
Like in his first couple years and all.
Yeah. Is it like that in the comics?
Now it is. I think Batman Year One, which I think that's from like the 80s or 90s. I could be wrong. That kind of like introduced that kind of like Batman went after like the Italian mob basically. Yeah. For his first couple years. Yeah,
and it's like really funny because after he's like going after mob bosses, now fucking supervillains are appearing. Like you got
that can freeze him.
Yeah, fucking the Joker. Oh my gosh.
A guy that burns things. A guy that dresses up like a moth.
Yeah, like it's like, bro, you only made Gotham worse.
Condiment King. That's gonna be the new 50.
50.
50.
That's 50. You know what I mean?
50?
50 fucking dollars.
50?
Yeah, that should definitely be a clip in every single one of our podcasts. 50? 50?
I'm hoping this blows up and then that like haunts me for the rest of my life. Anyway, Penguin's in it. Yeah. Penguin is the guy that was like, I got you.
Yeah. I see that.
He's played by... Hold up, I'll show you what he looks like without all that makeup.
Okay.
It's Colin Farrell. He's in the first Fantastic Beasts movie. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
It's a Harry Potter movie. I never watched it.
Yeah.
But
not actually into Harry Potter, actually.
I'm not really into it either.
Yeah.
Would you think that is the same person?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah, they did amazing with those prosthetics. But who else do we have here? We have Jeffrey Wright, who he's playing the Watcher right now on Marvel's What If.
Yeah.
He's a very good actor to begin with, and he's playing Commissioner Gordon in this.
Okay.
And then we got Paul Dano. I've never really seen him in anything.
I haven't heard of.
Yeah. At all. He started off on Broadway, believe it or not.
Oh, I mean that's pretty cool actually. Have you ever seen the show on Broadway?
No, I haven't.
No.
Have you?
Yeah, I have actually.
Also, he's in 12 Years a Slave as John Tibbets.
Okay.
I think I remember that is. I think it's one of the like. Yeah, it's one of the antagonists of 12 Years a Slave.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, let's talk about like some of the things. You saw the Batmobile?
Yeah, I did.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, I do like the way the Batmobile looks.
It looks like a muscle car, man.
Mm-hmm. It does. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty cool that like they didn't go for like that that sleek look, like how the Batmobile normally looks in like the comics or like the cartoons or whatever. You know what I mean? Like the idea that it's a muscle car, it's like, you know what? If I get a muscle car, I'll paint it just like that.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty cool.
Yeah. And then it is like tricked out and all. Like it survived an explosion.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking, I don't think the Riddler is the
guy he was chasing, right?
The
guy he was chasing that scene, right? Yeah.
No, the one that was at the beginning, the coffee shop or whatever. And then the guy that he was chasing was Penguin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't think the Riddler's going to be the only bad guy in this. I think we're going to see something like, well, this goes into our next topic, the Court of Owls, which are it seems like the main villains of Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
So, and now the next well, you didn't watch this one next, but I kind of want to talk about.
No, we can talk about Gotham Knights.
So Gotham Knights. What did you think about it?
Gotham Knights, I'm not gonna lie, it did look pretty dope.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of like coming out like in a week from now, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like that game, it looked like it's gonna be very similar to that.
I'm looking forward to that one.
You know, a co-op multiplayer game, whatever.
Well, the Guardians of the Galaxy game is only single player.
Really?
Or not? Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you only play as
Star-Lord. Yeah, know what? That fucking sucks.
I'm waiting for the reviews of that game. I want to get it. I'm just waiting for the reviews.
I'll be honest, just for that reason, I might pick it up. Which it comes out on my birthday, October 26th. I might pick that up and do a review on it.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
But so you're playing as Nightwing, Red Hood, Robin, Tim Drake Robin.
Yeah.
Who's the third Robin. And Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. Basically,
hold up. Side note: I am kind of sick that it was kind of just a cinematic trailer. They didn't show any gameplay.
Yeah, but so both of these next trailers, it seemed like that it was like in-game, kind of stuff. So we have all of them. Okay. Essentially, Batman's dead. He's probably not actually dead.
Yeah.
And Jim Gordon's also dead. So Gotham is in like ruins right now. Like villains are popping up like all over the place, trying to like gain pieces of Gotham right now.
Yeah.
And basically, I guess the Court of Owls has a lot to do with like Jim Gordon dying and Batman disappearing. Because again, he's probably not dead. You saw the those are Talon agents, the guys that look like ninjas. They're like brainwashed like bodyguards for the Court of Owls. Anyway, but are you gonna pick it up? It's 2-player co-op, that one.
Yeah, see, look, since it is 2-player co-op, I definitely will, just because it seems like a lot of fun, especially with another person.
That wouldn't be a bad idea for a video idea.
Yeah, facts. We could do that together. Have a capture card. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one I don't think there's too much to really talk about. That's why I kind of wanted to save this last one for
Yeah, Suicide Squad, Kill the
Kill the
Justice, right?
Justice League.
Yeah.
Now this one is made by the same people that made Batman Arkham City, Arkham Origin, or no, I'm sorry, Batman Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and then Arkham Knight. Arkham Origins is the people that made they're making Gotham Knight too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Now,
Warner Brothers Montreal. This is Rocksteady.
yeah, Rocksteady. Now that's a throwback. See, look, I've played Batman Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. While I do own Origins and Knight, I will get around to that one day. Those
okay.
You think the Arkham games are okay?
No. Just those two. Those two
Okay. I was about to say like Arkham City.
Arkham City is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah, and not one of, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites, but like it's definitely it's a classic.
Yeah.
That game was fucking amazing.
Wait, I want to see. Oh my god, the dog barkings aren't as loud this time because
facts.
I think it's because of the phone.
I think so too. That's pretty dope.
So, sorry, by the way.
Yeah, since they're behind that game, I'm actually pretty excited for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's also supposed to tie into the Arkham games. The first Gotham Knight isn't supposed to tie into it at all, even though it seems like it should because Batman. Do you want spoilers for Knight?
Actually, Knight has been out for like what 7 years?
6 years.
6 years, 7 years. Yeah, so like, yeah, I don't care about spoilers. What's up, Hitman?
So, at the end, Batman dies. Again, he probably doesn't die. Like his identity gets shown to the world, and then he blows up Wayne Manor with Alfred in it, and like everyone's like, he didn't kill himself. Yeah, he's still alive.
Which seems like a Batman thing to do.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if Suicide Squad: Kill the Justice League takes place after that. We do see a clip with a Batmobile.
Yeah.
Not sure if it's just like something that like Harley. It seems like something that Harley Quinn would like put together or something, just like as a joke.
Yeah.
But we also have. It seemed like Nolan North's returning as the Penguin in it.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he gets voice casted for like so many
everything.
Yeah, it's insane.
We also have Deborah Wilson who plays she plays Seer in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Okay.
She's also in the new version of Modern Warfare, like the new the
Modern Warfare that came out like a couple years ago.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 years ago, something like that. Yeah, she's in that like a couple times. And then she's also in Destiny too right now. She's Savathun.
Yeah,
is her name in it. Anyway, she's a pretty good voice actress, and she seems like that she's getting a lot of roles right now.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty.
She's
dope.
playing Amanda Waller, who's the big dog for the Suicide Squad and all. Oh yeah, you watched the first one.
Yeah, I did watch the first Suicide
Didn't watch
Squad.
The second one yet.
I did not see the second one, but the first one, oh my goodness. I'm not the type of person, like, I legit enjoy watching bad movies.
I do too.
The first one just confused me. Like, it was like kind of like shit happened in the movie because of course it did, and then the movie ended. Yeah. Like, I was confused the entire movie, and it wasn't exactly captivating either. Like, it was kind of boring.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's kind of my opinions of the original Suicide Squad movie. Like, it doesn't go any deeper than that. Like, legit, it goes as far as that. Like, Will Smith is in the movie. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Killer Croc in it. Even though he looked like just a dude in like a rubber suit, I like Killer Croc, and I thought it was cool that he was in a movie.
He always made me think of the lizard in the Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, he does. He does look like him. But so we have, you know what's something weird?
What's up?
King Shark reminded me of Drax, especially at the end of that trailer. He seemed like Drax kind of like doesn't understand like jokes, is trying to get Penguin's head blown off.
Yeah. Weird,
right?
It was weird, but I mean, I didn't really notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another weird thing is Deadshot. He was white in the Arkham games, and this is supposed to be the same universe, except they also kind of like explained it away by saying that guy might have just taken the name Floyd Lawton and the name Deadshot.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, they had like on Twitter they were like posted as if they were Deadshot on Rocksteady's like account or something, and it was like, yeah, he took the name, I'm taking it back, and it was like a picture of the new Deadshot.
Okay, that's pretty dope.
Pretty cool. And then we have Tara Strong as Harley Quinn, who, I mean, there's nothing new to that. It's just the same. It's the same voice actress. It's the same character basically as the Arkham games. But
yeah, and Harley Quinn's Harley Quinn. So
yeah,
enough said.
Yeah, and then Captain Boomerang is Australian. But I'm not entirely sure if it is 4-player co-op.
Honestly, it seems like it should be, but considering you say Guardians of the Galaxy isn't, I wouldn't be surprised if that isn't it either.
Would be cool if they like have it so that you can play 4-player co-op, and then maybe try to do single player, like most of it. Like you can probably play it all single player. You can probably play Gotham Knights single player as well.
Yeah.
But you looking forward to playing both of these games?
Yeah, I might pick them up, not day one, but
no, I agree.
Eventually.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who are you looking forward to playing as for both of them? Like the most. Note we have 8. We have 4 on each.
Yeah. I'll say this: Deadshot for the Suicide Squad,
Okay.
and for Gotham Knights, either Robin or Batgirl.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to playing as. I actually have 2 for Gotham Knights: Nightwing and Red Hood.
Yeah.
Because I like Red Hood a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then for Suicide Squad, maybe King Shark. I like heavy guys.
Okay.
Like I play a Titan on Destiny too, so like I like being a bullet sponge a lot of the time. So and I liked King Shark in the new Harley Quinn show.
Yeah.
He's really cool in that. And then
I've been meaning to check that out actually.
It's really good, honestly.
I've seen clips on YouTube.
Yeah. Bane is probably my favorite part of that show.
Really?
Yeah, he's just an idiot in it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not catching.
Okay,
it's not catching.
Yeah, I was about to say that'd be terrible.
Yeah. Anyway. But that's our first part of the show.
Yeah.
We are at 46 minutes right now.
Yeah. I mean that time is a little inaccurate.
It is. It's
break,
like what, 10, 15 minutes off?
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna get into our actual like topic real quick. Squid Game.
Squid Game. Yes, that is the talk of the town. I cannot
Honestly.
go on TikTok, Instagram,
Facebook, Twitter,
anything without seeing something about Squid Game. It's everywhere. It's ridiculous. But for good reason.
Yeah.
You know? So me and Eric took the liberty of binging Squid Game, watching the show, whatever, so we could talk about it on today's episode. And I will say this right now, I did enjoy the show. Right? For a multitude of reasons. Squid Game has a really messed up premise to it. Like, for those of you unaware, Squid Game is an actual game that it's named after, but we'll get into that later. It's about a main character who he gambles too much or whatever, and he got himself into debt. So there are people after him, and they're going to kill him if he doesn't pay this debt. Yeah. And he gets an opportunity to get all the money he needs to pay his debt off by entering a competition, essentially, right? He didn't really have any context as to what the competition was or whatever, but he just signed up knowing that this would probably be better than like taking an L and dying to like the mob or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And it turned out it was much worse than he could have imagined. He was entered into the Squid Game, whatever, right? Which a bunch of contestants, all in the same situation. Everybody's in debt, men and women, and they all are competing either with each other or against each other in a variety of different children's games to like survive. They play death games, right? So the first competition they're in is the red light, green light. So we've all played red light, green light as a child, whatever, right? But if you lose in this game, right, they kill you.
Yep.
And that's the big kicker. And every time somebody's killed, the value for what you win in this competition goes up.
Yeah. So we start off with nothing, and then after a while you get there's a little pit, or not a little, it's a giant friggin' piggy bank.
Yeah.
And you just get all their debt. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Like they get the debt that
would have been paid to that person after they die.
Yeah.
It goes into the bank.
Yeah. So we kind of got that. So we start off with 456 people. I did make a note of that. And then into episode 2, like, we go from 456 people to 201 people.
Yeah, so like more than half of the people got knocked out in the red light, green light game. You know?
And also I did like go on Google and try to figure out like how much it is. Do you want to know how much the grand prize would have been?
How much?
38,576,423 and 52 cents.
Okay, so with that being said, is that enough money for you to willingly participate in the Squid Game?
That's a good question.
Really? Because I have an answer. No.
No.
Yeah. At least for me, there is no amount of money that you can pay me where I'm willing to risk my life to go get it. You know? But that's one of the reasons why I really enjoyed watching Squid Game, was because aside from just trying to survive these death games, right? A lot of the people participating, they did have a choice to leave, but they didn't because of greed. And it's like, how far would you be willing to go to make your greatest wish achieve? Like, do you care about being rich that much that you'd be willing to put your life in danger, kill other people for this amount of money?
Yeah.
You know?
I think we should go back to the little summary. So then episode 2 we get we get all 201 players leave because a lot of them are like, we want to leave.
Yeah.
And the number one, the old man. I'm terrible at pronouncing like foreign names.
Yeah, so same. So I'm not gonna try. I'm not gonna try and butcher any of them.
I think we should go by what their things are. Oh, also,
yeah, we got main character, old man, best friend.
Yes. So, you know what I like about episode 2?
What's up?
I like that we show what everyone else is fighting for.
Yeah.
Yeah, you show the best friends. He's struggling as a businessman. He put his mom's house on the line.
Yeah.
You see these bank guys or something. I assume they're from the bank. Or no, I'm sorry. No, they're like federal agents, like Korean federal agents. And they're like, yeah, your son's wanted.
Yeah.
I forgot, honestly. But yeah, you see the one lady that defected from North Korea. You see her struggle. She's trying to get her brother out of an orphanage. She's trying to get her mother back from North Korea.
Yeah, also. It makes it very personal, and I understand, like, okay, so, like, I'm not in that position, but given somebody is, I can somewhat understand as to why they're willing to put everything on the line. Like, I seen it on the internet, somebody had said, it's like, what is more dangerous than putting a bunch of people in a death game who have nothing to lose?
Nothing.
You know?
Yeah. They have absolute... Well, that's the thing. They do have things to lose. They have people to lose. That's about it. And I'm actually surprised they didn't go into, like, more psychological stuff. Yeah. Like, maybe kidnapping their family or something like that. That would be really messed up. There's also going to be a season 2, let's be honest.
No, there is. Once we talk about the ending. The ending was something else, but yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it.
So we see episode 3 is a lot more of like, I hear people walking through the house.
Yeah.
We see 187 people come back.
Yeah.
187 people. 101 of them, including, well, the old man's the one that basically he was the deciding factor. He really wanted everyone to leave.
Yeah.
Also, real quick, I want to go back one more second.
What's up?
Okay, let's go back to episode 2. The main character's ex-wife, she's a bitch, yo. So, one of the things that she brings up is the fact that he was trying to help one of his coworkers because he was dying.
Yeah.
But she was going into labor with their daughter as this was happening, and she has a problem with that. That's really messed up, man.
Really? Yeah. I was actually talking to one of my friends about this. That's actually That's a thought-provoking topic. It's like, what is a justifiable reason to not be in the room while your significant other, your partner is giving birth? You know,
I'd
like,
say a death, honestly.
okay,
A death of anyone, like if there's somebody like around you dying, that's a justified reason. If there's a death in your family, I think that's another justified problem.
okay, yeah. Because I seen on the internet some guy he missed his daughter's birth, right, to watch a football game.
That's messed up.
That,
That is messed up.
that's really fucked up.
That's really messed up.
But it's like, where do you draw the line?
Yeah,
You
where
know
do
what I
you
mean?
draw the line?
It's like I wouldn't miss my daughter's birth so I can play fucking Super Smash Brothers. You know what I
No.
mean?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't. But yeah, so back to episode 3. We also forgot to say spoilers for all this.
Yeah.
Spoilers from like we're going through the motions and we're gonna spoil each and every episode. So we're on episode 3. Okay,
Yeah.
187 people come back. I did right here was leaving a test. We'll get into that later.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I think it was. We also see more humanity from the masked guys.
Yeah.
We see.
I feel like that progresses as the show goes on.
Yeah, well, in episode 2, we also got the detective coming in. We got the detective that's looking for his brother who went missing also.
Yeah.
And he believes that his brother was one of these contestants and he died
Yeah.
doing it. So we see that he infiltrates. He goes with the main character. He watches him get kidnapped. Then he goes with him. And then he knocks out a dude and then throws him overboard, puts on his mask, his jumpsuit and all. Anyway, so we see more humanity from the masked guys because we see clips of like other people watching them.
Yeah.
Other masked guys watching them. And I did whoops. I did point this out in my show notes. I put some of them pray. Some of them are I believe some of them are like praying for forgiveness or something.
Okay.
But yeah, and then so do you want to talk about what the game for the 3rd episode was?
That was the second game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
the cookie game. I forget what kind of cookie it's called, but I think they're like honeycomb cookies or something. So essentially, for the second game, right, each contestant, they have to line up and they have to pick a shape on the wall, right? They have a choice between I believe it's a triangle, a square, a star, and an umbrella. And each contestant, they go up and they pick a shape, and with that shape, right, they're handed a container that has one of these honeycomb cookies in, and they have a needle, and they're tasked with like carving out whatever shape they picked with this needle from the honeycomb cookie in like I think it was what, 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
I think it was like a half hour. Honestly.
However much amount of time.
Yeah.
It not only wasn't not enough, but also the task was really difficult just because these cookies are really frail and they like break very easily. So like if you were at all to break the cookie, they just eliminate you automatically, meaning they kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that made the task very difficult for our main character because he picked the umbrella, right? The reason why is because I think it was like an episode or two ago, right? They started building an alliance, right?
No, they didn't. They set the chess pieces up for like them maybe making an alliance. You see Ali, who's the guy from Pakistan. You see him helping out the main character.
Yeah.
You see his best friend like trying to tell him like what to do and all. He's like stay behind somebody.
Yeah.
So you see the formation of maybe an alliance.
Yeah. And they all picked different shapes, right? And our main character, he got the most difficult one, but he did come up with a solution of using his saliva to like soften up the cookie so he could break it in half because the umbrella had the harshest angles for him to cut with the needle. So that was pretty intuitive. And after that episode, the show started to make me it started to make me think of an anime I watched called Dead Man Wonderland, actually.
Okay.
So Dead Man Wonderland, that anime is about death row inmates in Japan, whatever, any inmate that is a death row inmate, like they're gonna die in jail, they get sent to Dead Man Wonderland where they have a collar connected to their neck, right?
Okay.
That is injecting poison into their veins, and the only way for them to survive, right, is for them to compete in games, right? So regular people like you and me would go there as like an amusement of park or whatever, right? And these death row inmates compete against each other, right, for the antidote so they can stay alive. And they
Oh,
can
wow.
also win cash prizes and use that for like food, booze, whatever they want.
Right.
But they only have 3 days to survive with that antidote. And that antidote costs money that they have to win from these contestants, from these death games, essentially.
Right.
Yeah. It reminded me a lot of that, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you ever get a chance, I'd say check it out. It's pretty good.
Okay. And you want to say that one more time?
Dead Man Wonderland, for anybody wondering.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it up on the video. So yeah, so we see his best friend kind of saying "F you," and he had heard from. We also forgot to talk about. There's so many like storylines and all. We
Yeah.
have to like piece together and all. Like talking about like one thing is like kind of like, oh wait, we have to backtrack real quick. So
Yeah,
we're gonna
facts.
backtrack real quick. We also have the defector from North Korea, and I don't remember her name at all. She was annoying, the annoying lady.
Okay,
We're
well,
gonna call her the annoying lady.
annoying lady. I'd say pull up a picture for the
I will.
the
I
video
will.
version.
I don't remember what number they were either.
Yeah,
So we have.
that's a terrible description. Annoying lady.
She was annoying.
That could have been
She was very
anyone.
annoying. Real quick, did you watch? I watched dubs, honestly,
Dub.
like the dub version.
Yeah, I watched
yeah.
it dub too.
Yeah. Okay. So we're all like
Yeah.
the same
Some
page.
people found it very jarring to watch it dub just because it
Yeah.
doesn't match with the lips. But I mean, I watch anime dub. Yeah, don't hate me because I watch anime dub. I do.
Do you
watch
actually?
I do. Yes.
Okay. Good. I feel like I'm like the only one that watches dubs sometimes.
Yeah.
I prefer dubs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't mind sub, but sub is like a last resort for me.
I don't watch anime at all.
Yeah.
Really. But like when I do watch like certain things that like are like anime either like inspired or like they're from like a different like
Country or whatever.
Yeah.
In a different language.
yeah, I'll watch dubs over subs because I don't like reading while I'm trying to watch TV because I'm like one to like do other stuff like clean or like fix up stuff and
Yeah.
stuff like that, like my desk and all. Like I clean my desk.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
Back on topic. We're talking about Squid Game here. Remember to rate the show 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Hit the like button and subscribe on the video
And watch
version on
Squid
YouTube.
Game. Watch Squid Game.
Yeah, it is a pretty good show.
It's made $900 million
so far. Damn. Oh my gosh.
after Netflix bought it for $21 million.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
That's a good deal.
But so I hear people walking here.
Yeah.
I have the door locked this
Yeah.
time. So anyway, so we have the North Korean defector
Mm-hmm.
and annoying lady.
Yeah.
We have both of them working together real quick while they're in the bathroom, of all things. And the North Korean defector has apparently snuck in a knife with her. So she uses the knife to unscrew a vent. She goes up in the vent, figures out that they're making cookies. Basically. Well, she finds out that they're making something with sugar. She tells the main character's best friend, and she tells the annoying lady. But she tells the... oh, wait, no. She didn't tell... Wait, I'm trying to remember offhand now. I think she does tell the annoying lady what it is, but even the annoying lady's like, I don't know what she's talking about. So we have the North Korean defector and the best friend.
Yeah.
They're kind of working together too.
Mm-hmm.
The best friend doesn't tell anybody what it is, and he allows the main character to choose the umbrella.
Yeah, I know.
That's
Knowing
the hardest one.
Yeah, I know. He's a piece of shit for that, and he does worse stuff as the show goes on too.
He does. That's I have it written down on here. I have his name written down too because I knew it at the time. He's an asshole.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, don't get me wrong, a really wonderful character in the show, but like, yeah, terrible person.
So I think that's kind of it for episode 30. Episode 4. Episode 4 is they all fight each other.
Yeah.
They all start fighting each other.
Yeah, because that's when the greed really starts to kick in because they were all in their one cot room or whatever, right? With the like 3-story bunk bed or whatever. The greed kicks in when they realize that like every time a person's eliminated, all that debt that would have been paid to them just goes into the prize pool. So then they just start killing each other like to get that money and to lessen the competition because I mean with less people it's not as difficult to make it through each competition.
Yeah.
Like you have a better chance of survival if you kill them now than to have to compete against them later.
Yeah, and something that might like involve like you being faster than them or something like that. If you can like get the jump on them, you can just be done. Be done the entire thing.
Yeah, 100%.
So what else happened? Hold up, I'm looking at notes also. We also find out that the detective's brother, he goes more into all of this stuff. The detective's brother won one of the Squid Games in 2015.
Yeah.
So, that's basically all that happened in episode 5.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the show just starts to continue.
Or not episode 5, episode 4, sorry.
Yeah, the show kind of just starts to continue after that, and it just starts to get into a flow of them going from each game surviving.
Oh, wait, hold up. I messed up. That was episode 5 stuff.
Oh.
Episode 4 is they have the riot and then tug of war.
Yeah.
Tug of war is pretty explanatory.
Self-explanatory, yeah, but a little extreme, yeah, because the losing team falls off the platform in tug of war.
Yeah.
Like they don't get shot; they fall off and plummet to their death.
That one's scary. I'm gonna be honest with you. That one and one that they have later on is kind of scary.
Yeah. Would you rather get shot in the head
or fall?
Shot
in the head?
Really?
I'm afraid of heights.
Really, I didn't know that.
Terrified of them.
How do you feel about roller coasters?
I love roller coasters.
Really?
I'm weird. I'm very weird. I love roller coasters. I cannot stand heights though. I really can't. Anyway, so yeah, we got that happening. Did you know that the main bad guy, one of the contestants, I don't know which number he is. He's the big guy, the one.
The bully.
Yeah, the one that was like working, like that worked with the North Korean defector. Did you know that in the dub version, he's played by Hanzo from Overwatch?
Oh, I did not. Actually. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I have that written down. Completely forgot to say something about it, and then you said dubs, and I was like, oh crap! Wait, I should have said something. Anyway,
I mean, it's fine. This podcast is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we're all over the place. We're always all over the place. It's fine. We got it. Anyway, okay, so we got episode 5, which is, like I said, that's the episode that the detective finds out that his brother won one of the Squid Games beforehand. All right, episode 6. Episode 6 is very sad.
Yeah.
For several reasons.
That's the next game, right? Yeah.
It's the marbles.
Yeah.
So the objective for this one is to just obtain all 20 marbles. We're split up into 2 for each.
Yeah. The contestants, they got to pick their own partners too.
Yes.
So like they had to split up into groups. There was an odd number of people, so everybody partnered up, right, thinking that they were gonna work together, right? And there was one lady who didn't get a partner, right?
Annoying lady.
Oh, that's who we're talking about, annoying lady.
Yeah.
She got taken away.
Yep.
Okay, so everybody else, they're partnered up and they both get a bag of 10 marbles, right? And they have like a half hour to decide on whatever game they're gonna play with their partner, right? And they have to obtain all of their partner's marbles, turn them in, and whoever turns them in, they win. Their partner loses and gets eliminated.
Yep.
And that really sucks. You know what I mean? Like they had a lot more control in that situation, but given that they didn't have that information that they were going to be competing against their partner, that was really fucked up and sad.
Yes, extremely.
Especially what the best friend did.
Yes, extremely. All right, okay. So we have North Korean defector teams up with one of the people that they got for tug of war.
Yeah.
And her entire thing is that she killed her father after her father killed her mother. And you get her little backstory real quick, and you understand why. Like, she's not really fighting for anything, and that's why she. Spoilers, obviously. She ultimately sacrifices herself. She just gives the North Korean defector everything.
Yeah.
She gives her all 10 of her marbles, and she just is like, I give up. Anyway, we get best friend with Ali from Pakistan.
Yeah.
Ali, we already found out that he was a worker that was not received enough. He didn't receive any pay, actually, from his employer.
Yeah.
And he's fighting for his wife and his child. His 1-year-old child, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. And then the best friend, when they were deciding on whatever game to play, I believe he made the decision on playing odds or evens.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I've never like seen that game before, but like I understood like how it was played like after like seeing it like a couple times, like, and they weren't the only ones that did that either. A couple of other teams also chose to do the same thing, the odds and evens.
Yeah, and not gonna lie, Ali was kicking his ass.
He was killing him.
Yeah, and he got down to 1 marble, and he decided, you know what, I'm gonna cheat essentially. Whatever, right? So he can like, what did he do? He convinced him to like give him his marbles or whatever.
What he did was, he switched them out. He decided, okay, you have to put your marbles like, okay, so they're trying to figure out like how to get another 20 marbles real quick for them as well.
Yeah.
So that both of them can go on to the next round. The best friend switches out Ali's.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's so sad that the look on his face is like, what did you just do? You killed me. There's no other thing about it. You're the one that killed me. And then, you see him walk away and he kind of doesn't care.
Yeah, and he just like accepted it, like it's over. Because he didn't. The thing is, he didn't have like. I was more than confident he probably would have been able to get in the game with somebody else and win.
Yeah,
he didn't have enough time.
He didn't. He really didn't. But I think the saddest one. Well, at the time, it was the saddest one. Was the best friend versus the old man.
Yeah.
Or not the best.
No,
yeah, I'm sorry, the main character.
The main character.
My bad. The main character versus the old man.
Yeah.
That one, it was like, it was emotional the entire time.
Yeah.
Like, you could tell that he didn't want to do that. Like, as soon as he found out that it was both of them, like, versus each other, he was like, what did I do? I just killed this old man. Essentially.
And he did win, too.
He did. Yeah. He did win. And the old man's kind of like throwing him for a loop kind of some of the time, and he's like, okay, I don't really want to play right now. And then he like runs away, and he's like, this looks like my house, this looks like my street, and all that.
I know, and it was terrible too, because say they didn't finish the game in enough time, both of them would have gotten killed.
Yeah. But and then episode that was episode 6. So episode 7 is this one. I don't like either.
Yeah, at that point they were kind of just going game to game. That was the
this was the glass one.
Glass panel. Yeah. That showed the best friends like true colors.
Yeah. It really did.
Nick towards the end of it, yeah.
Yeah, I think this one's a little bit harder. They also bring in the VIPs with this one. You see that they're, several different people from several different nations that are like also technically participating in these games. They're the ones that are kind of funding everything. But
at the start of it, right, there's not too many contestants. I think there were 16 of them, right? So they had to pick a jacket they had to pick a jacket from numbers 1 to 16, whatever, right? And whatever number you picked, that was the order you were supposed to like go in. And there was like a bottomless pit with 2 rows of like glass panels or whatever, right? Separated into squares. And the objective was you had to hop across them, which one of them was a strong enough glass panel that could hold up a person's body, the other one would shatter right through and you'd fall to your death.
The one could hold 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the thing is, if you were going first or whatever, right, you had almost no possible chance of surviving.
No, none.
And whoever went before you, you had to remember the path they went on so you could like follow them.
Yeah.
Or whatever. And yeah, that game really sucked. I just put myself into that position. Like, say I was in the Squid Game and I'm going like third. I'm like, fuck this. I'm not even gonna try.
I'm gonna die.
I'm not even gonna try. Like, I'm just gonna jump.
Yeah. At that point, you're dead anyway.
Yeah. So like, I mean, they do make it pretty far into the game once they get into I forget what number he was, but one of the contestants, he actually used to make glass or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was like let's see, main character was 16, best friend was 15, North Korean defector was 13, and then I guess he was 12.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
They made it pretty far. Like, there was like 1 or 2 panels left or whatever, right? And he's like crouching down, looking at the glass panels to figure out what like which ones were safe to jump on versus which they weren't. And then the employees working there or whatever, right? They turned off the lights so he couldn't do that, right?
Yeah.
So then he figured out another way. Like, they make a different sound depending on what hits it. And when he was trying to do that, the best friend, he was kind of like, nah, fuck that, whatever, right? They were on like the last panel. He just pushed them.
Yeah.
Broke the glass, and he was like, okay, he's dead. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
Like, that was really
messed up also.
Yeah, it was terrible.
So, and then we only have 3 left. We have main character, best friend, and North Korean defector.
Yeah.
So.
Which, yeah, they blew up all the glass, right? Which injured her.
Yes. Yeah, that injured the lady that was a North Korean defector.
Yeah.
So, and then that goes into episode 8, which that's a large portion of episode 8. So I kind of want to talk about that real quick.
What's up?
Their side of the story, and then we'll talk about what's happening with the detective and the front man, which is the guy that wears the black suit and black hoodie and all, black mask and all. So, let's talk about that real quick. The last night that they get, basically, before their last game.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this, considering everything they've been through, and there's only 1 game left, it was really nice that they got to have like a final steak meal or whatever, right? And they like devoured that shit.
Oh yeah,
because they haven't had a good
starving.
meal. They haven't had a good meal in forever.
Like probably a week.
Yeah, and they were allowed to take those steak knives.
Yeah,
actually. So they took the steak knives, right, and they went back to their dorm room, we'll call it, or whatever, right, with their beds and whatnot. And the main character and the lady, what do you call the lady?
The North Korean defector.
Yeah, the defector, right? They were talking. I think he was trying to start an alliance with her or whatever. And she was kind of sick, like she was coughing because she had got injured from the glass that had blown up from the last game.
Yeah, it's
killing
her slowly.
Yeah, so the main character runs to try and go get help or whatever, right? But by the time they get there, they were coming in with a coffin.
Yeah, because they knew that she was about to die.
And then the best friend, he was like, nah, son, I'm just going to handle this myself.
Yep.
Like, he had killed her.
And you see even more of his true colors, that he's just there to win.
100%.
Yeah.
And that drives, like, the main character crazy.
Yep. All right. Were you expecting the twist that the detective's brother was actually the front man the entire time?
Not at all.
I was, believe it or not.
Okay.
So, all right. So, those that don't know, the front man is played by the same actor who played Storm Shadow. I looked up who the actors were because I was curious, like what else had they been in?
Yeah.
I saw that he was going to be in it as the front man. Didn't look at the name at all. Okay. They have the same family name, which in Korean the family name is what we would consider the first name. So Kim Jong-un is his family name is Kim. Anyway, I saw that he was in it. Didn't see the name at all. And then they didn't show who his brother was. So I kind
Yeah.
of like pieced it together. Like when the detective was figuring out like when his brother played all this, they didn't show his face at all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering if like I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, he's definitely the front man then.
Okay.
That's definitely the same character. It's Storm Shadow from G.I. Joe. That's the only reason why I know now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was expecting it.
Mm-hmm.
Now my second question is, do you think the detective is alive? They never showed a body at all.
Honestly, I would say yes. Part of the
Yeah.
reason is because if you remember that game with the marbles when they had to pick partners and the annoying lady that they took away, right?
Yeah.
It was like everybody was just shocked that, oh, she was still alive.
We forgot to say that the annoying lady sacrificed herself to kill the bully.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
during the glass game. That's kind of funny though.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of
I thought that was kind of funny too. I was like, ah, cool.
Oh, fuck him.
Yeah.
But
exactly.
like yeah, also the old man, right? So spoiler alert, we're gonna get a little further in the show, whatever, right? The old man is still alive, right?
Yeah.
He should have died, but like for reasons that we'll tell in a second, he's still alive as well. So I wouldn't be surprised if the brother's still alive as well.
I wouldn't be surprised either. So, last game, actual Squid Game.
Yeah.
They have to. One of them has to be on offense. The other one has to be on defense.
Yeah.
Main character gets offense.
Best friend, he gets defense.
Yeah. The best friend kills himself.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of like several things.
Essentially, he didn't just immediately kill himself. Like they fought.
Yeah. You know what I hate the most?
What's up?
People getting stabbed through their hands. I'm like, I don't like that at all.
Really? That doesn't bother me actually.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't
not at all.
like things through people's hands, man. I don't like it. It's just not fun. But yeah, like certain things happen. He takes a chunk out of his
like leg,
ankle.
Yeah. Like he was
he
he bit him. Yeah.
Is that part your ankle?
Yeah, that's your ankle.
Okay.
He was biting him. I think the main character, he stabbed him in the thigh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got stabbed in the thigh. Yeah, best friend got his ankle bit out.
It was funny too because like the main character, he kind of like got enraged or whatever because like the best friend was down on the ground. He was kind of like he was kind of too tired to continue fighting, and he had the perfect opportunity since he was on offense to win the game because all he had to do was put his foot in the circle. He didn't do that. He continued to like fight his friend or whatever.
Well, he wanted to end everything.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. The objective for defense was to knock out offense or kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have the main character trying to end everything, but the best friend's like no, and then stabs himself in the neck.
Mm-hmm. Because if he ended it, neither one of them would have got money.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would have sucked though, because considering everything they just went through in the past like week or whatever.
Yeah, all the people that died for nothing.
Yeah, it's like okay, now go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we cut to the front man. I'm just gonna call him Storm Shadow from now on. Storm Shadow.
Storm Shadow.
Basically, he just he talks to the main character. He's like, yeah. You guys are nothing, basically. And, like, sends him on his merry way.
Yeah.
Then a year later, the main character's mom, who he was basically fighting for, she died.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And then we also cut to a year later. He's in a different part of Korea.
Yeah, with that prize money, but he hasn't touched any of it.
Yeah, he hasn't touched any of it.
Yeah.
Gets another card. Tells him to go to this certain address at this certain time.
Yeah, it was like a reunion.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
He goes to that address and he finds the old man is still alive.
Yeah.
Were you expecting that? That the old man was the mastermind behind everything?
I was not, but when I found out, I was like, no, it makes sense. because before I had finished the show, I did go on like YouTube or whatever, right? And there's like conspiracy theories about X, Y, and Z. And I seen a thumbnail and a title talking about why the old man was happy during all of the games. And if you notice, right, like during the red light, green light game or whatever, he was smiling, having a good old time playing these games while people are getting like massacred.
Yeah, and like he was genuinely having fun.
He was, yeah, because once again, he's the one that like kickstarted this whole Squid Game idea in the game.
I thought he was just senile.
Yeah.
Like he didn't know what was happening.
Oh, just he was out of it. He was fucking crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, so we find out that he was a banker and he was the one that was basically bankrolling all of this. And another thing is if you rewatch it, certain things kind of make sense. He knew when to stop during
the red light, green light game,
he knew that the star wasn't that hard to do. He knew that I mean, even if I'm sure he probably could have cracked his thing and they would have just said, okay, do it again. Tug of War, Carmen and my dad were talking to me about it. Like, you can see that his handcuffs are not attached to the rope.
Yeah.
At all. And then you also realize they also were telling me about that. You know how the annoying lady was taken away because there was an odd number of people.
Yeah.
That was his out. That was his out about trying to get out because he knew that he probably wasn't going to be chosen at all. So, but because the main character is such a nice person, he picked him. Yeah. So he had to figure out a new way. Which is, I think that's why he was just messing around with him the entire time, because he knew that he was a really good person deep down anyway. And then, I mean, also, I assume that he does what the frontman usually does. Like, he hosts everything. Yeah. Because the VIPs were talking about, that they were wondering where the main person was. And I thought that it was the guy that, started it. The one that, threw down the square and then smacked him. I thought that they were talking about him at first. It turns out that...
He made me think of, those guys that try to recruit people from the military.
Yeah. Yeah. Real quick, I think that's his son, also.
Really?
I think that guy is actually.
I could see son. It. They keep it in the family. Yeah. What if all the VIPs were just all family members? This is one family corporation.
I don't know about that. Because they're all different races, all different nationalities, and all.
You're right.
But so you also get this last thing of, okay, we're gonna play a little game between the old man and the main character. Yeah. The old man tells the main character, after they both see a homeless man just on the street, if the clock strikes, I think it's 12. I could be wrong offhand. But if the clock strikes this specific time, then you lose. And nobody helps this homeless man, you lose, is what the old man tells the main character. The main character says, if somebody does, I'm going to kill you. Clock strikes 12 and all. This is after the old man explains everything, that there was always a way out for everyone. Everyone had a way out. All they needed was a majority vote. Okay? So many people joined back after they had already left. And I said that, was it a test? ? I said, was leaving a test? And I was right, because I think it kind of was. It was trying to see, what people would do.
Yeah, facts. And what they were really in the game for, because, it meant a lot to all those individuals that they came back. Yes. You know what I mean? Because at that point, it's you weren't really fighting for your survival like they were in the red light, green light game. It was more so greed.
Exactly.
They wanted that money more than anything.
Yeah.
And they were willing to put everyone's life in danger, including their own, just to get it.
So, the old man dies. fortunately and or unfortunately, depending on how you
look at it.
Yeah.
He was a psycho, so.
He was a psychopath. Storm Shadow comes in, does the whole like closing the eyes. Like, you know, that's not supposed to happen. Like because of like how your muscles are after you die.
I didn't know
You're
that.
not able to like close like eyelids that easily for like a couple days.
Oh.
Yeah. I think at least. Like post-mortem stuff, like you're not allowed. You're like not allowed. Like it's so tense that I think you have to force it to happen, unless you die with your eyes closed, which some people do. Anyway, so what did you think
about that?
I think that's basically it. Main character tries to go to L.A.
Yeah, he dyes his hair red.
He dyes his hair red for some reason. I don't understand why.
I don't either, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he sees the guy that was doing the slapping. And
Yeah,
all.
he was doing that to someone else.
Yep, and he yells at this person, "Do not go. Do not join at all." Calls up the new number and all. Figures it all out that they're doing the Squid Games again.
Yeah.
So, and then the front man comes on, Storm Shadow. He's like, "Leave. Go on that airplane. Go see your family." And gives him a way out. But because the main character isn't greedy, he decides, okay, I'm going to try to take this thing all down.
Yeah.
And then that's the end. That is the end of Squid Game.
Yeah, Squid Game season 1.
Yep.
Because there will definitely be a second season.
Like we said, Netflix bought this for $21 million. It made
bank.
$900 million. It's definitely getting a season 2 or a season 3.
Regardless if the second season is good or not, I think this first season was really wonderful.
I do too.
Yeah, like, aside from the show being good in and of itself, it was also a time to watch just discussing with other people, like, yo, would you play the red light, green light game or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, I see people all over the internet talking about it. They have a Roblox red light, green light game.
Did not know that, man.
Yeah, inspired by Squid Game and whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think overall the show was very well written. The way the story was told was wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I did as well.
I do find it funny though, because this show definitely has like an anime-esque story or whatever, right? Like I could definitely see this story being an anime, right? But given that it would have been an anime, most people wouldn't have watched it.
Yeah, I agree.
And I find that so interesting.
That is an interesting topic. I think because it is live action, you get more weight to it.
Yeah.
Kind of. Like, people write off animation a lot of the time as not having that weight.
Yeah. More so in America because like American animated series like SpongeBob or whatever, people they take it as it's for children, whatever, right? Which, I mean, to be fair, a lot of American animation is for children, but like to write it off like that kind of sucks because say this was animated, you'd be missing out on a very wonderful show.
Yeah, honestly. There's no doubt about that. It is very wonderful. It's very good. I'm just pulling up the final notes that we have.
Yeah.
Kind of there. Because I don't have it in the actual show notes. But, yeah, I think it was really good. I think that we do have a problem that animation versus live action. It's everything. Everything is like that. Like in America, everyone writes off animation as not being like
serious or like worth their time.
Yeah, it's the same with like Star Wars, Marvel stuff, and all like. People like compared to like the movies and all, people just kind of write that off as it's not as good and it doesn't really make a difference.
Yeah.
Except for you ever watch the old Batman the Animated Series?
Yeah.
That one's really good, and a lot of people took that very seriously. Like I think like '90s cartoons and all.
Oh, most definitely nowadays too. Nostalgia. Nostalgia is hitting people our age and older like hard.
Yep. So, what are you doing this week?
This week, I'm not gonna get into the specifics about it, but since my birthday is in a week, I'm gonna do some traveling. We're gonna do that for next week. So, yeah, that's my plans, and then I'm just gonna go with the flow with wherever I'm going.
Yeah, and we're trying to figure out like what we're doing next week. We might have a later show, which honestly, after talking about it, I wouldn't be opposed to maybe doing a later show next week. Maybe like
if our schedules align, it works out.
Yeah.
I say why not?
Yeah, like try to post it like Thursday or Friday, maybe. Honestly, I mean, as long we're trying to get as as much content as possible for you guys.
Yeah.
And it seems like that people are actually liking this, so it's really cool. What I'm doing this week is I'm throwing a party at my house, which people that know me actually know where that is. So.
Yeah.
Other than that, again, I have school tomorrow.
That's nice. Yeah. Good luck with that, man.
Yeah, actual school. Yeah. I go to a college. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. Gonna leave it there because you're not gonna find us. I hate to break it to you.
No. Yeah, but other than that, I'll probably play Destiny too.
Yeah, I should definitely download that when we play together.
Yeah, we still need to play Avengers at some point.
Yeah.
Especially because I think Spider-Man's coming out within the next 2 months. So
that'd be tough. Oh my gosh.
All right, I think that's the show. I'm going to...
About time to wrap this up. How far are we into the show?
We are an hour and 34 minutes
Goddamn.
There. But for you guys, it's probably going to be a different time because we're cutting out all that extra space.
Yeah, facts.
All right. So I'm going to tell them where you can find the show. Okay, if you're not on YouTube, you can find us at 5 Minutes Late. It's MINS late. It's number 5, MINS late. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Patreon at the same thing, 5 Minutes Late. On Instagram, you can find us at 5 Minutes Late Pod, and also on Twitch, you can find us at 5 Minutes Late Pod.
Yep, 100%.
Yep. We also have a website now. Thankfully, from my friend Nate and my little finagling a little bit. I didn't do much. He helped set up 5minuteslate.com. So again, 5minuslate.com. And where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube at Comeback the Kid. You can also find me on Twitter under the same name. You can find me on TikTok at Comeback the Kid. My name on Instagram is Phantom Jin, which I'm gonna change that. Phantom Jin is PHA. How do I fucking spell my own name? PHANTOMDJINN, which I'm gonna change that name soon. But that's where you can find me. Remember to go show support to my YouTube channel, my Twitch channel at the same name, Come Back the Kid, my TikTok, all that great stuff. That's where you can find me, as well as the 5 Minutes Late podcast. And yeah, I think that's the show.
Yeah, and then you can find me at Young Aquaman on Instagram. You can find me at Young Aquaman _ on Twitter. Then I don't really post anything else. I mainly stick to those two. You can also find me on Snapchat at X all wall X, because I made it when I was in 7th grade, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I think that's it. I think we did good.
Yeah, right? I think we did pretty good. Second episode's longer, but hope you guys enjoy and stay tuned for the next podcast.
Yeah.